Okay.
Maybe. Hello, everyone. Hi, hi, hi. Sorry, I have this sunshine in my face. Say hello, hello in the chat. How are you guys doing? Put in the chat. Send this link to a friend. I feel like education, free education, there's not enough of it around. And this is a really great topic that I feel like we all need to know about and we often overlook. Give me a thumbs up or drop a heart or a emoji in the chat if you can see my screen. I'm going to go through these slides here because I think you can screenshot. You won't have to write down things as frantically as maybe you would otherwise. But a pen and some paper might not be a bad idea. But please screenshot these as you are watching and we're going through this information so that you have what you want. But absolutely send this link to a friend or a family member because you're going to find out that a lot of the things that we deal with are because we have too many toxins in our bodies. Our bodies are completely overloaded. So why do we need to remove these toxins? Guys, these stats are super scary. And I feel like any call that we talk about, I'm probably going to start out talking about the toxins because there are so many in our environment right now that it overloads our bodies. I had a comment the other day that said our bodies were meant to deal with this stuff. They do have systems that are meant to filter out toxins. However, there's been over 72,000 toxins created since World War II, and only 2% of those have been tested for toxicity, mutagenic properties, carcinogenic properties, and birth defects. Only 2%. That is a very small number of those toxins that have been created since then in that time frame. Our bodies were not designed to get out of our bodies the onslaught of toxins that we are taking on. It's just they were not designed to do that. Is our body amazing at getting toxins out? Absolutely. And we're going to talk about exactly how. The average home also contains at least 62 toxic chemicals right now today. Hopefully, a lot of your homes are free of a lot of the toxins that of those 62 that you're ditching and switching those products and you're getting rid of all of those things. This one kind of got me. 81% of people are at risk of suffering from a respiratory or dermatological condition because of the toxins in their home. The number one message I get probably is a lot of respiratory things, a lot of asthma and allergies and eczema are probably the number two. And if not, the third would be hormones. Those are the top three things that I get questions about all of the time, and they can be traced right back to this, right back to the chemicals that are in our home. And I shared this last week, but I'll share it again and probably every week from now until forever. But right now, 1 in 3 Americans will get cancer. And by the year 2030, it will be 1 in 2. That means that of the 28 of us on this call, 14 of us would have cancer. That is shockingly very scary. Like that's scary. And we know that this information is important. And that's why I say to text this link to a friend. Even if you feel like maybe they don't want to do this, I promise you a lot of our friends right now are sitting on the couch watching TV, watching Netflix, and could benefit from this information. So be bold and share them, okay? Okay, so let's chat. The good news is we know how to get rid of these toxins. We know how to get rid of these from our bodies, which is awesome, right? We just have to know exactly how to do the work. I put this quote right here because I've been in my integrative health practitioner course learning about so many modalities of medicine, and every single one of them points to toxins. Every single one of them, except for Western medicine, has a major emphasis on toxins. And in Ayurvedic medicine, they have this saying that's ama means toxins, is the cause of all disease. So in Ayurvedic medicine is largely based around cleansing your body, and you heal your body via cleansing. How do you do that? You move your lymphatic system and that lymphatic fluid, you flush your kidneys and you cleanse your liver. So we're going to chat about cleansing your lymphatic system and getting that moving today. So let's talk about how you might be feeling, okay? here are some of the things you might be feeling if you need to move your lymphatic fluid. If your lymph is stagnant, you may be feeling sluggish, tired, brain fog, or emotionally spent. If you feel any of these things, I want you to put them in the chat. I want you to just say yes in the chat. If you feel any of these things right now or have felt any of these things anytime. You're sluggish, tired, brain fog, or emotionally spent. You struggle with inflammation, chronic fatigue. If you do, this is for you. All of these are for you. If you're thinking about summer and worrying about cellulite in swimsuits, this is for you. Spoiler, you guys, cellulite has zero to do with weight, has absolutely nothing to do with weight and everything to do with inflammation and toxins that we store in our body that are stored in our adipose tissue. So we'll talk about what to do about cellulite, but it does not have anything to do with your weight. It has everything to do with the toxins that you're holding in your body. If your skin is feeling dull, tired, and dimply, this is for you. If you feel stiff or sore when you wake up in the morning, this is for you. If you feel bloated, have digestive issues, have excess weight that you are struggling to get rid of, this is for you. If your fingers swell, you have dry or itchy skin, this is for you. If you have constant illnesses or infections, allergies or sensitivities, this is for you. All of these things are absolutely not causes, but results of the root cause being your lymphatic system is stagnant. It's not doing what it is supposed to do. So what is your lymphatic system and what in the world is it actually supposed to be doing? Now that we've covered what happens if it's not working well, how do you feel? What is it actually supposed to do? Your lymphatic system, a lot of people think that your lymphatic system follows your nervous system. And to some degree it does, but it follows a very different kind of pathway throughout your body. And I'll show the back view in just a second and you'll kind of see. And it will all come together when I show you how to dry brush and why you go in the directions you do to move your lymphatic system. So the lymphatic system is our most overlooked yet so significant system in our body. It's the key to removing toxins from our body. Our lymphatic system sucks up the toxins and keeps it away from our blood. That's what our lymphatic system does. And our lymphatic system cleanses itself of all of those toxins it's sucked up out of our body while we sleep. I talk so much about why sleep is so important, but sleeping well is paramount to keeping your lymphatic fluid cleansed. And it's full of junk all the time because that's what its job is. If you've ever had swollen glands, put that in the chat. If you've ever had swollen lymph nodes, swollen glands, it's because your lymphatic system is so paramount to your immune system. It creates key immune system cells. It maintains healthy fluid levels and more. If you're retaining water, if your hands are swollen, things like that. Your lymphatic system is expansive, almost as expansive as your nervous system, but it weaves through your entire body. Most of us are familiar with where like predominant lymph nodes are, right? In your throat, you also have lymph nodes, fairly large ones in your arms. And for women down your breast area, I'll show a photo of that in a second. Also in your groin, in your legs, but they're also through your back. The most typical ones that swell will be in your arms, which is why it's really, really important for women. Don't be putting deodorant with fragrance, aluminum, heavy metals, parabens, phthalates, any of those things. Putting deodorant right on open pores, right over your lymphatic system. Look where that is going. It's going throughout your entire body via those lymph nodes that are right here in your breast and armpit area. Most of us, we know the main ones, right? But this also includes vessels, ducts, the spleen, the thymus, the adenoids, and your tonsils. How many of you guys, I'm one of them, had your adenoids and your tonsils removed? How many of you guys had those removed? Because they would swell all the time, because they were just a really big problem for you, right? Same. I highly suggest trying to cleanse your lymphatic system and the lymphatic system of your kids if there's a suggestion for you to have your tonsils or your adenoids taken out. You don't want to have the first, hi bud, here you go, take that. You don't want to have that first line of defense of your lymphatic system. You don't want to just be taking body parts out. Your adenoids and your tonsils are important. Whether or not they seem like they're disposable, They're really, really important to your overall health and wellness. Okay. Hold on, you guys. I'm gonna take Hiram to his dad for 1 second. Bear with me, guys. So sorry, you guys. He will get on here and chat your ear off. He will talk to you all about the lymphatic system, and like it'll be all over after that. So thank you for being patient. Yes, they always find us when we do these things, totally. And I had like his drink, he can't drink out of his own cup, it's always mine. So your lymphatic system, like those are your first lines of defense for your immune system, and we want to keep those. So there are things you can do before you result to just getting rid of those things. All right, so here's where your lymph actually runs through like the women's body. You can see like right above our chest, down our sides, through like your groin and across your back. How many of you guys feel like you're familiar with the term back fat? Anyone? Anyone feel like right there across your back is like a problem area for you? That's where there's a ton of lymph nodes across our back, and they are there to regulate our immune system, to destroy abnormal cells and get the abnormal cells out, to maintain normal fluid levels. It also helps your body absorb fats and fat-soluble vitamins and move them into the bloodstream. So keeping it moving and keeping it not stagnant is really important. How many of you guys that deal with or have had that problem area of back fat or love handles, call it whatever you want, but you start walking? You start walking, not even really exercising much, but you start walking. Walking is one, and you see that start to disappear. Walking is like a brisk 30-minute walk is something that is one of the best things that you can do for your lymphatic system every single day. And it is so simple. It is so simple to do those things. So that's why those problem areas are pretty easy to tackle, because we're just moving that lymph. We're moving that area. Okay, so why is our lymphatic system so important? Obviously, we've talked about the immune system, but it basically is your body's waste system. It deals with the waste in your body, keeping all of it running smoothly so it's not getting clogged up. Lymph fluid exists to flush out the waste that's naturally produced in your body. They're like dead cells. Every time you have cell turnover, which is normal, any cell turnover, we have like endotoxins. Endo meaning like they're native to our bodies. They've always been there. They're the toxins that just breathing and like living life. It's a byproduct of that. And those things are also cleansed through our lymphatic system. Also cleansed through our lymphatic system are the toxins that we're introduced through from our external environment, like exotoxins. Those are from the outside of our bodies. And it's all of the chemicals in our home, all of the chemicals around, all of those things. So when we have inflammation throughout our body because of, XYZ, poor diet, lack of like sleep, like we were talking about, your lymph isn't able to cleanse itself, extreme stress, or tons of external chemicals, our tissues swell and our lymph can't flow. Our lymph becomes congested and backed up. It basically can't detoxify itself. So these same things and added congestion create more oxidative stress, more endotoxins on our lymph vessels, and further impair the ability to effectively transport lymph fluid and wastes. Crazy, right? And are you guys like, holy smokes, what? Yeah, like it's when you like tackle your lymphatic system, I feel like sometimes it's the missing link to getting well and healing in areas that you've been hitting a wall with. So almost every part of our body is affected by our lymphatic system. And when your lymph drains become congested, here's what you might notice: stiffness, especially in the morning. If you have trouble, like you're stiff when you're getting out of bed, fatigue, itchy, dry skin, bloating, holding on to water. It's the swollen fingers, brain fog, swollen glands, stubborn weight gain, chronic sinus or ear issues, cellulite, cold hands and feet. When your lymphatic system isn't functioning well, it affects every single part of your health. But you can do a lot to get this lymph moving. It doesn't take much in just really targeted ways that take just a couple minutes every single day. I'll kind of walk you through what I do because I have a decent little routine now that I've kind of like developed over the last couple of years, and it doesn't take any time at all. And when you just make something a habit, very similar to drinking Ningxia or putting oils on your body, it becomes very easy to maintain a healthy lymphatic system when it's just taking you a couple minutes every single day. Okay, so first I want to tell you, with any cleanse, there are some things that you can expect from a cleanse. When you start a lymphatic cleanse or a lymphatic flush, we're going to do this as a group. So at the very end, I'm going to tell you what you need, but April 1st, we're going to start this in our group. And then it very quickly follows April 8th with the Ningxia reset. So there will be weeks there where we're doing both. You're doing the reset and you're doing the lymphatic cleanse. And I will tell you guys, there is going to be magic from doing both of them at one time. I am pretty hyped to see the results of just doing the reset versus the results of doing the reset alongside the lymphatic challenge. So I will tell you what you need to get at the very end of this call to start with us on the 1st of April. But here's what you can expect from these things, okay? Because your lymph fluid has maybe been stagnant for a while, maybe a long, long time, maybe forever. And it carries all of the things from our organs and it contains waste. And you're going to get it moving again. So you're going to stir up that waste as you're getting it out. I think Ningxia is a massively huge tool, especially in those higher doses in the beginning of the reset, to really cleanse out the lymph once you get it moving again. So I think it's timed perfectly to start 1 week after you've really been loving on your lymphatic system. Okay, here's what can happen. You're going to sweat more than normal. It's probably not going to smell very good. You might need you might need a like little detox of the armpit area once you start sweating, because when we sweat, if you deal with sweat that does not smell pleasant, there are toxins in your body that your body is trying to flush out. It could be excess sugar in your diet. It could be processed foods. It could be the chemicals in your home. It could be several other things. So you're going to sweat more than normal. Sweating, by the way, is an actual good thing. Sweating is getting the toxins out of your body. If you do not sweat, that is a problem. You want to sweat. If you're using antiperspirant, here's my very gentle nudge to please stop using antiperspirant, because sweating is a normal body function. We maybe have been taught that it's not, but it is. It is a normal body function. And if you are getting rid, yes, keep your detox pathways open. If you're getting rid of all of those toxic things and the junk, you really will find that you don't need high-powered deodorant because you don't smell gross or weird. You don't. If you clean up your diet, you clean up your products, it's really going to start to be a non-issue. You may find that you have a dull headache. This is pretty common in any kind of detox, just with the reset or a lymphatic cleanse, a cleanse of any kind. You will likely get a dull headache. You may have negative emotions that arise from cleansing things as well. Your muscles may feel tense and a little bit sore. All of this is normal, and there's a lot you can do to support your body. Most of the rough detox symptoms happen days 1 through 5. And after day 5, you're usually starting to turn the corner of feeling the good things about your cleansing, about that detoxification. So here's some tips as you go through this, and then I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. Some tips as you go. Drink lots of filtered water, not tap water. Tap water has a ton of contaminants, and if you're doing a cleanse and you want to be getting that stuff out, you don't want to be adding it back in. So water with minerals. If you are filtering your water with a Berkey or any like really big water filter, you need to add in trace minerals back into your water, because those water filters take out the minerals along with everything else. So you need to be putting those back in to your water. I love trace minerals and in the form of mineral essence. Mineral essence is an amazing product that Young Living has, and it's great for replenishing minerals. take detox baths with your oils and allow yourself to sit in that bath as long as possible. The first 20 minutes is to help your body sweat out the toxins. If you can get it as warm as you can to still be comfortable in there. And then the second 20 minutes allows the time for your body to absorb the magnesium and receive the full effects from the essential oils. So if you can stay in there for 40 minutes, that is the goal. Inhale, diffuse, and apply oils that you find emotionally calming, like valor, peace and calming, even lavender, whatever it is that like you find is your stress reliever, calming oils, use those. For tension in your body, deep relief, like if your muscles are feeling sore, detox baths, you can add cypress and frankincense to them. The CBD muscle rub, you guys, it's out of stock in the big tin and might be for a while, but it comes in the little tin still. Snag those up while you can. They're going to be reformulating that with our own Young Living grown plants. So might be gone for a little while. So snag that up while you can, or use the Cool Azul pain relief cream. All really great tips if you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable as you cleanse. But I think a really good reminder is better out than in. If that's how those toxins are making you feel as you're getting them out, think of what they're doing all congested, all of them staying in your body, right? We don't want those. We don't want that to happen. All right, so I want to show you this picture again of the lymphatic system because it's super, super important that we see like where the drainage pathways are and how we're going to keep them clear going through some of this stuff. Stagnant lymph flow leads to further toxin buildup, weakened immunity, again, if you're getting sick all of the time, and a wide variety of health issues, and even things like lymphoma. Lymphoma, and think of what lymphoma is and what your body is doing. Your lymph is taking those toxins and sucking them up. It doesn't mean that your lymphatic system is somehow broken. It's actually doing exactly what it's designed to do, very intelligently designed to get the toxins out of your body because it's keeping them away from your vital organs. So how do we get that stagnant lymph moving, right? We get moving. We have to get moving because it doesn't have its own pump. The only way for us to get it moving is for us to move it. It relies on the contraction and relaxation of the muscles and joints to move our lymph. So walking, I talked about, and all of the movement helps to move the fluid from the tissues and push it through the lymphatic channels. So we're going to get moving. We're going to get moving. And these are easy things, okay? We're going to get moving. The lymphatic system relies, like I said, on the contraction and relaxation of our muscles and our joints. Exercises involving jumping. If you've had kids here, if you've had kids here and you see this trampoline and you're like, this scares me a little to jump on a trampoline. It's okay. You don't have to jump on it a lot. Basically, you could even do tiny jumps in the morning, like just where you are. You just want to move up and down and jump. It doesn't have to be any like big drastic movement, but it is such an easy way to give your lymphatic system some TLC. You can just jump up and down like 50, 100 times. Little jumps are fine. This is one of the best ways, and you could use like, this is called a rebounding trampoline. You could get one, but they do the best job at getting your lymphatic system moving. So if the next time, like if you have kiddos and they're like, I want a trampoline, maybe it's not the worst idea. Them bouncing up and down on the trampoline is actually really great for their lymphatic systems and keeping all of those things moving. It improves the lymphatic flow throughout your body and keeps those channels open. Okay, hydration. I think we would be remiss to not talk about hydration when we're talking about anything that has anything to do with our health. Hydration is crucial to our health puzzle, no matter what we're talking about, what area we are talking about. And our lymph fluid is 95% water. So it becomes thicker and like more sticky when we're dehydrated. In fact, it's one of the most common causes of lymph congestion is dehydration. So I think that it's so beautifully paired with the Ningxia reset because you're already going to be upping your water intake. You're already going to be doing that. A good rule of thumb always for me, even outside of the reset, is to drink half my body weight in ounces every single day. just to keep my body weight hydrated. And that can vary some depending on like who you are, what you tolerate well, but staying well hydrated by sipping clean, purified water, no tap water here, because we're not adding insult to the injury of our lymphatic system. We want to get the toxins out. And unfortunately, tap water does not help us do that. So if you're using the tap water, make sure you're using a really good filter. So drinking those minerals, putting them back in there, mineral essence again. One simple way, if you don't have the vitality drops, they're my jam. I love the grapefruit ones. If you have a favorite of vitality drops or a vitality oil to put in your water, if you struggle drinking water, add the vitality drops or a vitality oil to your water. I'm going to show you guys. I put right here that grapefruit or other citrus oils is so good in your water. Add like 2 to 3 drops in your water, but I'm going to talk more in a minute about why grapefruit is really great to add to your water, especially for cleansing your lymphatic system. Grapefruit is kind of key in cleansing your lymph system. Okay, so nutrition. This is also super important, and I don't feel like I could give you any like magic sauce without talking about hydrating and nutrition and exercise and the key things, because everything goes together. There isn't just a magic bullet that's going to help you. I want you to have like all of the pieces. But when we focus on whole foods, organic as much as possible, high quality protein and healthy fats, limit or avoid sugar altogether. Avoid alcohol. It's really not great for your lymphatic system either, but especially when you're doing an intense lymphatic flush, you want to avoid those things. A sluggish digestive tract also congests the lymphatic system. Ayurvedic medicine teaches us that naturally red foods like wolfberries, pomegranates, cherries, cranberries, and beets keep the lymph moving freely. If you are drinking Ninja Red every day, I've said this before and I've said it again, it is the #1 thing that you can do for overall full body wellness that Young Living has. It is the #1 thing that you can do that will touch your cardiovascular system, your respiratory system, your lymphatic system. It will touch every system of your entire body and almost every organ as well, and help it to function better. So in general, focus on those nutritious foods. Make sure you're getting enough water and minerals. Again, I can't even stress minerals enough. They're super important to every cell function. But high quality vitamins, we're going to go through a couple of these that I think are really important when it comes to your lymphatic system. But Ningxia Red, Super C, multigreens, I feel like are all really, really great ones to not only flush your lymphatic system, but also to maintain it. Okay, so first, Ningxia Red. You guys, this is like an antioxidant powerhouse, and it is truly going to help every single system of your body because it fights the free radicals. It helps all of your body systems overall because it is literally packed full of, I can't even, if you really go through every single ingredient and read about every single thing that is in Ningxia Red, it is actually mind-blowing what is in there. And what a gift that we have that we can drink it and have it to order whenever we want. It is incredible. Even people in these northern regions, the Ningxia region of China, don't have it in a juice form. So they have to steep the berries and make a tea, and they go through all that effort. And here we are, it's like delivered from Young Living and Gary Young, like right to our doorstep in a bottle that tastes delicious. And that is such a gift. So Ningxia Red, #1 thing always. Super C chewables. You can get the tablets too, whichever one you want, but they support your immune system, your respiratory symptoms or system, and circulatory function. It is full of rose hips. Rose hips and camu camu are incredible sources of natural vitamin C that are very readily bioavailable to your body, meaning your body can actually uptake the things that you are taking in a supplement and not just pee out the supplement that you spent $40, $60 on at your natural health food store. You're actually being able to utilize the supplement that you're taking in. It's also infused with essential oils. Essential oils have a molecular structure that allows them to cross the barrier of cells, meaning they are able to go places that other supplements cannot go because they're just not lipophilic. They are not meant to cross that fatty barrier of our cells, which allows these supplements from Young Living to be very targeted and therefore very effective. So Super C is a great one that helps your lymphatic system by really focusing on the toxins and assisting your body in the excretion of the toxins. Multigreens. This one, you guys, if you're a super fan, I forgot to like change this Super C chewable thing right here. So it says the same thing, but it's fine. I can tell you exactly, just don't screenshot it because it won't be right. But if you're a super fan of multigreens like I am a super fan of multigreens. It has kelp, it has spirulina, which is super supportive to your thyroid. It has cholera, which is so cleansing and great for helping your body get rid of heavy metals. There are so many detoxification properties to multigreens, and it also contains Melissa. Melissa is lemon balm. Melissa oil is lemon balm, which is the highest known antiviral herb known to man, which is incredible. It's in our supplement and it's packed with essential oils, meaning that lemon balm is very targeted cell support, exactly where it needs to be. So anytime we're coming down with anything, this is a staple that I have in my house and I take daily to support my body. And when I'm not feeling well or feeling sluggish or want to up my cleansing, I take more. So this is something that every single person should have. I give this to my kids. They're capsules, so I just break them open. You can put them in smoothies. You can put them in applesauce, which is my favorite thing. I just put it in applesauce and they call it green sauce and everyone's happy. They can't even really taste it. And I think these are a huge staple. Okay, so let's talk about dry brushing. I want to, on this next slide, I'll get to like where your lymph is, but there are certain ways that you can dry brush that are a little bit more effective, but using dry brushing in conjunction with Cellulite Magic Massage Oil, I will tell you, changed my skin. Like I do not go without this anymore, and I'll explain like my kind of routine to you guys. Basically, before I shower, I dry brush. It takes literally less than 5 minutes to dry brush. And what you're going to do is you're going to work toward your heart. So I always do like my wrist to my elbow all the way around. And then I do my elbow to my shoulder all the way around my arm. And then I do one long stroke all the way from my wrist to my shoulder, all the way around each arm. And then do the same from like your ankle to your knee, and then your knee up to your hips on each side, and then long strokes on each leg. And if you remember on your back, let me see if I can get to this. Okay, there's that picture again. You always want to be working toward your heart with gentle strokes. This isn't like super rough. You can be pretty gentle, and you can do this any time of day. I feel like right before a shower, I actually try to dry brush, sit in my like sauna bag thing, and then I shower because I'm getting my lymph moving. Then I'm detoxifying in this sauna bag, in this infrared sauna bag. Then you're showering. And then you follow it up with the Cellulite Magic Massage Oil. And I'm telling you, it will change the game for you. If you do that like 3 or 4 times a week, it will change your skin, your back, like your legs, your glutes, like whatever it is that you are wanting to fix. It will change all of those things. I think I saw someone put on there, like on Instagram once, that it's like the boho butt Botox, like the butt Botox for you. That's like the natural way, but it's true. It works so well. So as you're working towards your heart, what you're going to do on your belly is just rub clockwise in circles on your belly, and then across your back. This is why, like, get the long handled one and you work sideways, but go in towards your heart. Just brush in towards your heart, and same on your back. Just working towards your heart. You can't really do it wrong. And then for your neck, you can just kind of use your hands and pull down to your collarbone, like from your chin to your collarbone, and do that all the way around, and it will get the lymph in your neck and all of that cleared out. So yeah, get the one with the long wooden handle. There's like little ones for your face because we do have lymphatics in our face. You can use the gua sha stone. All of those things are really, really great for. Do it however it is that, like, get whatever tools that make you feel good about it, but you need the brush and you need to always be working in small strokes toward your heart. Hopefully that was helpful. Okay, detox baths. Detox baths can be an incredible way to help support your body to acutely flush lymph, soothe any issues that might arise, support your immune system, or help you process through emotions. This one's a really great one to just remove regular old toxins, even if you are not necessarily thinking of cleansing your lymph, even though that's like a byproduct of a lot of things. What I think you'll find as you go through this healthy journey is that when you're tackling your lymph, or let's say you're doing the 14-day reset, or whatever that thing is, or maybe you're just diffusing lavender to help you sleep, you're actually targeting multiple systems in your body by doing one or two simple habits. You're supporting your emotions while you're supporting your sleep, which then the byproduct of that is supporting your lymphatic system and allowing it to cleanse itself and allowing your body to repair and heal. Detox baths can help cleanse your lymph, but they also can knock out a cold faster. They can support your body after you've been swimming in chlorine. I always stick my kids in detox baths in the summer after they've been swimming because there's a lot of chemicals in there. I would much rather have the chlorine. Maybe, I don't know if it's a toss up, depends on how many germs exactly are in the water, but it's like a toss up for me. Do I want the chlorine or will I roll the dice with the germs? I'm not sure. But you can detox from all of those things. You can put your kids in the detox bath. If we are struggling with an illness, especially respiratory, into the detox bath they go. Keeping your lymph moving as far as your immune system is paramount, especially if you're dealing with influenza A. Influenza A, not as much B, but influenza A can really impact your lymphatic system, and you really want to keep your lymph moving and not let that inflammation stay stagnant, those toxins, those germs building up in your body. Supporting your lymphatic system with influenza is really, really important. And make these detox baths like a fun part of your routine. Our kids ask for them. They are so relaxing. Just implement this habit into your routine. You can use any of your oils that you like that are calming, and you'll get all of the benefits of the Epsom salts, the magnesium, and all of those things too. If you have, I was just going to say, I'm seeing like all of these, what do you use? I'm going to put this detox bath recipe right here for you guys to screenshot. This is my favorite one because I use frankincense for absolutely everything, but this one is targeted more for lymphatic cleansing, of course, versus immune support. If you're doing immune support, you could switch up these oils. Obviously, if it's a respiratory thing, you could use more respiratory oils. A really, really great thing to do is if you put your empty essential oil bottles in a big canister of Epsom salts, those Epsom salts will absorb every last drop in your oil bottles. Just pop the plastic top off and kind of shove them into the bath salts. You might have a wide array of what it will smell like, but if you want relaxing ones, my all-time favorite for relaxing is Gentle Baby. It's one of my all-time favorites for relaxing in a detox bath. So many good ones. Just use what you've got, use up the last drops in your oils, and you're going to love those. Okay, exercise. This one is also really good. We talked about walking, we talked about the trampoline, but I feel like it's important that we just like revisit the exercise because that is what's moving your lymph, especially in your extremities, especially if you have a job where you sit at a chair or a desk or in an office for extended periods of time and you're not getting up and moving. This is really important also, because we want to be moving that fluid, that lymph things. Okay, so now let's chat oils. Oils are another amazing way to help your lymphatic system detox. One of the most incredible ways to help your body detox and have things moving properly. We can use them in the detox baths. We can use them for sore, tense muscles, and in our water to stay hydrated on our skin. And anything that you're absorbing into your skin goes right into your bloodstream, right into your body super quickly. And again, like I'm going to talk about the Cellite Magic Massage Oil. You guys, it's called Magic for a reason. I avoided this product for so long. For so long, I thought it was so cheesy. I thought it was like not true. I thought it was just, I thought there was no possible way that it was like Cellite Magic. It sounds like a too good to be true product, right? And then I got it and I've absolutely never run out of it ever since because it is one of the best products I feel like Young Living has. Another thing is cypress essential oil. So lots of these oils are already in the Cellulite Magic Massage Oil, but you can add them in higher amounts if you're going through a lymphatic flush or cleanse. One of them is cypress. Cypress is a clean, super clean, evergreen aroma that is like, it can create security and all of those things. It has benefits to your hair, your skin, your scalp, but the absolute like game-changing property of cypress is that it helps your circulation. It helps your body improve and increase circulation, which is a critical part of improving the lymphatic flow throughout your lymphatic like channels in your body. You want that circulation happening fast so you can remove the toxins that way. So cypress, you need grapefruit. Grapefruit is another one. This one is obviously, our grapefruit is cold pressed from the peels, which is really important. You don't want just like grapefruit juice, which is great for your lymphatic system, but it's not as powerful. So you can combine this and make a sugar salt scrub with your grapefruit essential oil, and it would be really beautiful. You can give these as gifts to your friends with dry brushes or whatever that is. I like to mix the grapefruit and the cypress. I feel like that's just like a no-brainer. And you can make a salt or sugar scrub with that. And it naturally just helps get rid of excess fluid. Cypress is also great alongside grapefruit when you're retaining water. If you go on vacation and you tend to have swollen hands and feet, you're retaining water. So you could make a roller. You could just take your bottles and put it in water. I'm going to give you a recipe in just a second for doing that, but you could apply it to your hands, your feet. And here is that lymphatic cleanse. This is something that you would drink not in just one glass of water. It would be very strong if you did that, but you are going to mix a half a gallon of distilled or purified water, not tap water, because we're not adding toxins, and gradually drink this throughout the day. You can drink it as fast or as slow as you want to, but it's 3 drops of cypress, 1 drop of orange, and 2 drops of grapefruit. Cypress actually doesn't taste bad. I find this like to be one of the most refreshing things ever. You can slice up some lemons if you want to put it in there. You could put some cucumbers in there too. Make it like a whole thing that's like a self-care situation, but this works tremendously well. I find that if I'm really struggling with brain fog or I'm struggling with some of these things, drinking this, just taking a day and drinking this and really focusing, like go do the dry brush, get in the sauna, take the shower, do the cellulite oil, it like will reset so many things for me. And it's usually when I've been sitting a lot of the times that happens during the winter when we're not very active and you just start to feel sluggish. And once you start to feel really good, you'll be able to pick up like, is my lymphatic system not moving like it should? Maybe it needs some love. You'll be able to really tell. What else would I recommend other than cypress? I would get cypress. If I'm being very honest, like I would get cypress. It's just such a powerhouse for circulatory system, and it's a super affordable oil for the multitude of issues that you can use with it. You could totally do all of these things without the cypress right now until you get it and just do the grapefruit, and you're still going to see benefits. But I would get cypress if you're like really wanting to do the whole shebang. Okay, so here's the bundle of all the things that you're going to need to do this lymphatic cleanse, this lymphatic flush with us in April, or you can do it whenever you want. You are probably not going to use all of these items. You will probably use your entire bottle of cypress and your entire bottle of citrus fresh. So make sure that you are getting those 2 new bottles instead of just like betting on the last couple of drops of each of those, because I'm going to have you use more. So the Cellulite Magic Massage Oil to daily dry brush, the Super C chewables, it's not in the picture. So this is kind of optional. I feel like we should all be taking Super C, but it's not something that is definitely required. Rosemary is another one that's kind of optional, but I feel like the Cellulite Massage Oil, the multigreens, and the grapefruit are must-haves. Multigreens, we're going to take it 3 capsules twice a day. You can sprinkle it over food if you want. And then the grapefruit or citrus fresh, I would do citrus first. It's in there, and it's got a lot of the good things in there, and you're going to do detox baths to help get that out. And here's the exact protocol. If you guys want to screenshot this, this is exactly, I'm going to be posting it to the group. I'm going to be posting all of the things that we'll need to know. I'll post exactly what you need to order with the wish list, and when we start and all of those things. But here's the exact protocol that you're going to do. You're going to dry brush daily using the Cellulite Magic Massage Oil and the Cypress Essential Oil. Then you're going to take your multigreens. You're going to take your Super C chewables if you have them. You're going to drink your Ningxia. If you're doing the reset, you're going to drink even more Ningxia, which I feel like is just going to amplify the impact of this. But at minimum, drink 2 to 4 ounces of Ningxia Red daily. Stay hydrated with half your body weight in water. You can add lime, orange, or grapefruit. Grapefruit is my preference, and you can add the cypress to the water if you want. Start the day by jumping 100 times in one place, or getting on a little trampoline. Move your body 30 minutes every day. Feel like maybe if you've done the reset, you're seeing a trend here. Move your body 30 minutes every single day. A walk is great. If you can walk in the summer when it's warmer weather, that heat is also going to help you push out those toxins. And then take a detox bath 3 to 4 times a week. This might become a habit for you, and you might be like, okay, I'm hooked on these detox baths, but they're a really good thing to be hooked on. And addicted to detox baths is not a bad thing. I'm going to stop sharing my screen really fast. If you guys have questions, go ahead and put them in the chat, but hopefully you're excited. We could dive in so deep to your lymphatic system and get really sciencey and technical, but I feel like this is what you need to know. This is what you need to know to understand your lymphatic system, how important it is for your body, and what to do about keeping it moving in a really, really simple way. I feel like these things are so doable. And even if you are doing the dry brushing, jumping in the sauna, taking a shower, doing the cellulite massage oil, all of that, you guys, can be done in like 30, 45 minutes. It doesn't have to be a long period of time doing any of those things. You can do those things and knock those things out a couple of times a week and see major impacts. How full should your water be for the detox bath? I've always questioned if I'm doing it right. I do it like up to my shoulders. I try to get as much of my body in there as I can. And that depends on like how comfortable you are with the temperature and all of that, but try to get it as hot as you can take it. Dry brush, shower, then use the oils. Yes, you dry brush, shower, then use the oils. And I'll make sure that I post like very specific instructions, because it will help you, and we'll have like a little printable for everyone also. Yes, keep dry brushing. Rochelle, yes.
Question about water. Please end the debate for me. So I live in a borough that has our own private crappy water system that is filled with junk. Since I moved back to the house, I'm trying to filter it through a Brita filter, but I'm feeling like still like crap versus like good when I was drinking like spring water at the hotel. When you say purified water, when I read purified water at the grocery store on it, it says like added minerals. So I always shy away from them. And I'm like still driving towards the spring water. Can you like elaborate when you say purified water? Because I don't have like a water cooler machine or anything here.
Yeah. Okay. So if you can get spring water, that's my preference. We drink spring water. We live in Colorado, so it's very easy for us to get spring water from way up in the mountains. And you can still filter it. We still filter it in a water cooler and a pitcher that we have, but you don't have to worry about like it being the same as tap water. Spring water is always my preference. Purified water is the next best, but again, like you do want to add the minerals back into it, which is good. Distilled water, a lot of people think that you should drink distilled water. However, my issue with distilled water is that water molecule is designed to have minerals, and if it doesn't have minerals, it's going to take them from you. It's going to absorb the minerals from you. So it's going to strip the minerals from your body to fulfill what that water molecule is supposed to be. And it's kind of expensive, because it's basically like a humidifier. It's the steam that's then collected in liquid form again. So it takes like, I can't even remember how many gallons of water to make 1 gallon of distilled water. But I would say spring water, and then I would say purified water. And I might break some hearts, but while Brita is like a good filter, better than nothing, it's not one of the best unless you're constantly replacing the filters. And I feel like they're really expensive. So that might be kind of why you're feeling junky, because you're right. Like Brita is not always doing what it says. Yeah. So that's my take on water. I have seen a whole bunch of people selling Berkey water filters like on Facebook Marketplace, because one of the main places that sold the Berkey water filters went out of business, and it was interpreted that Berkey water filters went out of business. But they actually didn't. So if you see a Berkey water filter for sale somewhere, get it, because it is, you can still get the filters. Berkey water filters did not go out of business. It was just one of like the most popular places to get the filters that went out of business. Therasage has a really great water filter. AquaTrue has a really great water filter. Those two are probably my top picks, and they're both really affordable and sit on your counter as well. Like they have whole house and under counter ones, but I feel like the average person, Therasage. And if you guys go to my bio on Instagram, I'm trying to slowly add like all of my healthy products there. Some of them I have discount codes for, other ones I just linked and I don't have a discount code for, but I'm trying to get them all linked there. And I know that Therasage is there and AquaTrue is there. If the saunas aren't there yet, I will add them right after this class. But all of those things are really, really great for you. And I'm trying to get them all in like one place. But you can always message me and ask also. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Do you know how many Super C bottles we'll need to do this lymph challenge? I can't see the bottle right now. Yeah, I think just one. Like grab one. I don't remember using more than one unless my kids ate the Super C chewables, which happens often. Yes, there's 120 in the bottle. Thank you, Rochelle. And I will post all of the details in that class. Yes, of course. I felt like this was good timing for some of us to like either change or would you guys, here's my like next question. Would you prefer you have the ability to order and we start the reset and the lymphatic challenge on the 8th together, so you can wait until the 1st to order your April products, your lymph products? Would that serve you guys best, or do you want to start on the 1st? Yes. A resounding yes. Okay. This just kind of like, I'm thinking out loud with you guys, but I want to make sure that we are serving everyone well in the best way. And we'll do it in the Facebook group, and I will make bundles so that you can share with your friends. If you're like, hey, come do this with me, this would be fun. And I did record this. So if you want the recording, I'm going to post it in our group so you can watch it and share with your friends that we're not able to make it. Because I think it was really, really, really great information that everyone needs to have. So thanks so much for hanging out with us again. Always open to topics if you want to message them to me, but really just love hanging out with you guys, and we will see you next time. Have a good night.